Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. Today is Thursday, October 23rd. It is quite late in the evening, and I just wanted to bring you the beginning clip of my bi-weekly grocery haul, but it is quite late in the evening. It's almost 10:30 at night, so I just kind of want to get this filmed and be done with it. I have some stuff that needs to go in the fridge and in the freezer, and I spent the last half an hour running around all over creation looking for my Sobeys receipt from tonight. It is not like me to lose that, but I have lost it to the point that I even ran back to work to see if it was still in the self-checkout, because I went through the self-checkout to buy not the pumpkin but everything else. And I thought maybe, because usually I put those receipts in the office in the grocery drawer. We have a monthly grocery draw at work as employees, so if you have any receipts that total $75 or more, or bundles of receipts totaling $75 or more, you can enter them in the monthly grocery draw. And 3 employees will win $10 gift cards each month. So I'm pretty diligent about not losing my receipt, and I was pretty sure I grabbed it. And when I went back, my coworker said, "You had it in your hand." And I've looked high and low and I can't find it. So I'm going to have to go from memory here. I can't give you precise numbers as far as what my employee discount was on my purchase tonight, but I know what my overall total was, and I can give you that. I'll have to update you tomorrow if there was any scene points purchase, like any scene points on tonight's purchase. I don't believe there were, but any scene points that I may have earned will show up on my account in 24 to 48 hours. So I can take a look at my scene app tomorrow and see if it has increased or not. I believe I'm sitting at around the $310 mark of Scene Plus points. I don't think there were any points on there tonight, but if there were, then I will be able to tell you when I do the rest of my groceries at Superstore in the next couple of days. I'll be able to update you if my scene points went up from tonight's purchase or not. So let me just show you the pumpkin on the left here. This was purchased last night, and I do have the receipt for that. It was $4.99 and my staff discount was 50 cents, so I paid $4.49 for that. Halloween is in 1 week, and my daughter's 25, but we have always carved a pumpkin to put out on the front steps. We do hand out candy for trick-or-treaters. I know a lot of Christians do not. However, as I've explained in previous videos, I don't celebrate the origins of it, but I like to hand out candy to the kids that come around. There's several schools in our neighborhood, including one that I used to work at, and it's just fun. It's nice to be able to connect with the families in the neighborhood and the kids in the neighborhood, especially during the time I worked at that school. A lot of the neighborhood kids would recognize me when they came to our house. So I figured if I wait till next week, it's going to be very hard to get a pumpkin. So I grabbed one last night. I spent $4.49 after my discount, and actually, as of last night, I had a closing balance of, I didn't earn any points on that, but I had a closing balance of 32,083 points. So I'm actually sitting at the $320 mark of Scene Plus points as of last night. No points earned on that, though. So tonight, what I picked up after work, and remember, I do work at Sobeys. For those of you that are new here, my name is Janice. I do work at a Canadian grocery store chain called Sobeys, and we do get a small staff discount of 10% off our first $150 spent every week. I have a good list of items in mind that I want to get at Superstore where I can earn PC Optimum points, but there were a few things that had, I don't know that they had Scene Plus points on them, but they had good sales on. I needed to get another block of cheese, so the Armstrong cheese is $7.97, and again, that is before my 10% staff discount. The lowest I've seen them at Superstore is also $7.97. At times, they're usually like around $8.99, $8.97, but the lowest I've seen them on sale there is $7.97, so this is comparable to that, except buying them at my store right now, I have the edge because I have 10% off of that price. I was also looking to get some Nutri-Grain bars at Superstore, and looking at their digital flyer, they were 3 for $9, but at Sobeys right now, these are $2.99 each, so that's a couple pennies left, and again, my 10% discount over and above that, so I got a strawberry, a blueberry, and a raspberry. They are what they call price locked until the end of November. I saw a bunch of pink tags on different shelves today, and I thought, that's the first I've seen those. I didn't know what that was about, and they have what is called a price lock on certain items for a few weeks. So I'm going to buy those for now. This particular paycheck, I don't have the freedom to go crazy and buy like a $300 grocery bill or anything like that. This is the end of the month. Rent is going to come out, which is going to take a big chunk of the paycheck, plus car payment and bank fees and that kind of good stuff. So my grocery budget's going to be a little bit smaller than the mid-month paycheck. So I'm not going to go crazy on this, but I'll buy 3 for now so I can take these to work, have them for breakfast, whatever I want. But then in 2 weeks, they'll still be that $2.99, and I can buy a few more and stock up while they're still that price. These Jet Puffed colored mini marshmallows, this is the only thing I'm not entirely certain on the price. I don't think they were $2.99. I believe these were $2.47. And I grabbed these, as I've said in a previous video, these come November are very hard to get. Butterscotch flavored baking chips and these colored mini marshmallows will be impossible to find in the stores in about 2 weeks. Almost everybody and their dog around the holidays likes to make this no-bake square with peanut butter, butterscotch baking chips, a bit of butter, and these colored mini marshmallows. And it's a no-bake. You just melt the butterscotch chips and the peanut butter and the butter together on the stove, cool it, and stir these colored mini marshmallows in, and it's always a hit. Unless you're somebody with a peanut allergy, these things are a hit at most gatherings. So I know for a fact that these things, because I work at the store and because I like to bake, I've seen where sometimes you're scrambling, driving all over the city trying to find these. I believe these were $2.47, so I grabbed 3 bags tonight. I think I grabbed 1 or 2 bags of a different brand. I don't think well, maybe it was these actually, because the last time the craft promo was on, I think I did buy a couple bags of this particular brand. And then for a while, they've been gone again. But because there's a whole big display tonight, I grabbed 3 because I know they're going to be hard to get in a few weeks. Robin Hood all-purpose flour, 10 kilogram bag. What I have in the kitchen right now is maybe about 1/3 of a bag, and that's it, and that's all I have. But I do like to bake. We are going into the Christmas season. It's only 2 months away. 2 months and what was it, the 24th today? It's basically 2 months away, basically, if that's the case. Like, it's really, really creeping up on us quickly here. This is $11.99, and that's before my staff discount. So again, really good price. I don't think it's any cheaper at Superstore for the 10 kilogram or 22 pound bags, so I grabbed one at my work. These pizzas are on sale for $3.47, and again, that's before my staff discount. I would have bought more, but again, slightly limited budget this pay period, and lack of freezer space. I bought 6, and I think that might be all I can fit in the freezer at this time. And they do go on sale about once a month or so, give or take. So I grabbed 1 bacon. My husband will probably like this one because it's pizza bacon with red and green onions. My daughter and I are not onion fans. There's this pizza speciale, which is also what we often refer to as Canadian, which is pepperoni, ham, and mushrooms, or Canadian would be pepperoni, bacon, and mushrooms, but ham or bacon, potato kind of thing, right? So 1 of the bacon with the onions, 2 of the bacon, or the pizza speciale, which is the ham and the mushrooms and pepperoni, and then 1 Hawaiian, which is my daughter's favorite. I do not like pineapple, she does, and 2 of just basic pizza pepperoni. That's a favorite for all 3 of us. We do have pizza kits downstairs in the pantry should we decide to make them from scratch, but these are $3.47, and again, that's before my staff discount, and that's a really good quick meal if we don't have anything else thought out meat-wise to make for supper. And then this is going to be Halloween candy, 45 count of the Humpty Dumpty cheese sticks by Old Dutch. And these were also price locked. These were $9.99 a box, again, before my staff discount. So I thought that was pretty good. If you have been watching my channel, you'll have seen that at Dollarama a while back, I bought some Halloween themed treat bags to put candies in. And a couple videos ago, I bought some bubble gum. I think it was like double bubble, like those little bubble gums to put in the treat bags. And I think in my last grocery haul, I bought some Maynard's candy. So I'm thinking I'm going to put a Maynard's, a bag of cheese sticks, and a bubble gum in these treat bags. I want to prep about 100 treat bags. We do live in an area where there's 2 elementary schools really close and a junior high school not much further, and a high school that's only like a 5-minute drive away. And Halloween's on a Friday night, so I expect that we'll probably be busy unless the weather's really bad. But I want to prep 100 treat bags. You can see here that I have 135 bags of cheese sticks. So whatever's left, we'll just use to take in our work lunches. And any leftover candy will also be just, shared amongst ourselves here at home. I'm going to make up 100 treat bags, and some of the leftover Maynards I'll just hand out individually if we get more than 100 kids. So here's what I know about the total, because I can't find my receipt to save my life, and I never make a mistake like that. But what I know is this. The total on my screen at the self-checkout was $91 and some cents. I forget the exact amount, but it was $91 and some cents. And then once my staff discount came off, it was a little over $8 off, 10% off, right? So a little over $8. That brought it down to $83 even. And I had a $25 Sobeys gift card. We had been doing a fundraiser at work a while back where us cashiers had to ask for donations for this fundraiser, and the top 3 cashiers won gift cards. I was the second place cashier. I won a $25 gift card. So my total came down from $91 and some cents down once the staff discount came off, I was down to $83 even. So I cashed in my $25 gift card. So all I was out of pocket for this was $58. Well, not for the pumpkin, but from the block of cheese over to the cheese sticks, $58 for all of this. So I feel like that's not bad. And had I been in the mood to cash in some points, I could have redeemed $50 and only been out of pocket $8. But for those of you that follow my channel, you'll know that I'm saving them up to use during the Christmas season. So probably around the end of November is when I'm going to start cashing them in. So that is it for this clip. Stay tuned for part 2. And tomorrow I will check my Scene app and see if I did earn any points on this tonight or not, because I honestly don't know. I don't think there were any points on this, but there were some really good sales. You can't get the 22 pound or 10 kilogram bag of flour for much cheaper than $10.99 or $11.99. That's really cheap. And then my 10%. And the Armstrong cheese, like I said, that price is comparable to Superstore. The Nutri-Grain bars, $2.99, and that's going to be on until about the end of November, almost. And it was 3 for $9 at Superstore. So basically like a couple pennies cheaper at my store. Never mind my staff discount. That just made it even sweeter. So $58 for all of this. So that's where I'll stop for tonight, and I will continue once I know if I earned any Scene points, and also with what I will pick up at Superstore. That will be next. Okay, I just want to show you a few items that I picked up at Sobeys after my shift on October 25th. I checked my Scene Plus balance after the other items that I picked up the other night, and my balance 24 hours later, Scene Plus balance 24 hours later was it had gone up from 32,083 Scene Plus points, which was my balance that day. It went up to 32,333 points. So somewhere along the way in that $58 purchase, I earned 250 points. On what, I don't know, because I still haven't found that receipt. But anyway, so that's where things sit with my Scene Plus points. So on October 25th, after work, I grabbed a few things. The 6 packs of Pepsi products are on sale, buy one, get one free. Normally, sometimes they go on sale for $3.99, $3.88, or $4, or what have you. Right now, they are $8.49, but because they're buy one, get one free, that works out to like $4.50 or so. And of course, with my staff discount over top of that, that's another 45 or so cents off per package. So that brings it down to closer to $4, which is very similar to what it would be in price when they go on sale for $4 each. So they're buy one, get one free right now. So I grabbed 3 packs of Diet Pepsi and 1 pack of regular Pepsi. And I also grabbed a carton of eggnog that was $6.29. And I grabbed 2 paper bags because we do have parrots and we use those paper bags to line the bird cages. I think we usually need about 6 paper bags a week, and we had 4 already at home, so I grabbed 2 more. So I got, let me see if I can find it here. Let me show you. There it is. My staff discount was $4.08, so I spent $22.23. And my Scene Plus balance was 32,333 points. As I said, no points earned on this purchase. So that is what I picked up at Sobeys on October 25th. Okay, so today is Wednesday, October 29th, and this is the final portion of my bi-weekly grocery haul. I actually got paid last Thursday, and these items are from Superstore, just bought today. I just have not had a chance to get over to Superstore before now. I got paid on Thursday. My husband got paid on Friday. And normally I would have tried to find some time on the weekend to get over there. And I was thinking Sunday would be a great day for that because it was my day off. And then things went south really quickly. My mother-in-law wound up in the hospital. And so we were at the hospital probably till almost 3 o'clock in the morning, Monday morning. And then back there early afternoon on Monday until she passed around supper time on Monday. So things have been a little bit, the schedule's been right out the window because family's been traveling in and just a lot of stress and a lot of upset. So I'm only just now getting the second half of my bi-weekly grocery haul done. So these are all from Real Canadian Superstore, and I actually did, just for the convenience of it, I spent an extra $1 and did a grocery pickup today. I don't normally like to because I prefer to examine my produce and examine the packages of meat and choose my own. And in the case of the stewing beef today, I would have probably rather picked my own package. I was thinking I was going to be getting like a larger family pack size of those, but you know, it is what it is. It there's been a lot of chaos. And as it is right now, it's at 2:30 in the afternoon and we have a family gathering tonight in my mother-in-law's memory. So I just need to get this filmed and uploaded and get these freezer items into the freezer. So it is what it is right now. Life happens. So here's what I picked up at Superstore. I do have a points offer for Doritos, and I did not get the points on that. So I've submitted a points inquiry. It was supposed to be 300 points per $3 spent on Doritos. And I bought these 2 bags. They were $5.43 each, so $10.86. So I definitely spent, basically I submitted an inquiry for 900 points because that would be 300 points times 3. 300 points times $3 would be $9. So I should be expecting 900 points back. I wonder if it didn't work because these are the value size as opposed to the regular. But according to my app, when I looked at the offer, it says all sizes and varieties. So that I should have received points on that. So that they will probably get back to me within 24 hours. So when I read off my final points balance to you, it's missing 900 points, but I should get that credited to me within the next day. I bought a raspberry yogurt. I'm not a big yogurt person in general, but I do use this when I make smoothies from time to time. That was $3.99, and apparently there was a digital coupon for $1 off, which I did not know, so that's even better. I bought a sour cream for $2.50. I was debating about making a taco dip to take to this gathering tonight. I don't know if I'll have time. If I do, that requires some sour cream, but also I have a recipe I want to try for a casserole that requires some sour cream, so I bought one of those. It looks like the date on it, it's good until December 1st, so there's no rush. It's only October 29th. So 1% milk, 4 liters, that was $5.83. I am completely out. I do have a points offer for Pizza Pops, so I grabbed 2 of the same, 2 8-packs of pepperoni and bacon, $5.49, limit of 4, so I just got 2 for right now, just bearing in mind trying to make sure I have enough freezer room. There's Naturally Imperfect peppers. This is an 8-pack of mostly red and orange, I guess just red and orange peppers. They are on sale right now, $5.49, and what I'll probably do with them, I will probably just chop all these up into, basically dice them and freeze them in a freezer bag. I already had done that before with some red, yellow, and orange peppers, and I used half of them today because I have off to my right, which you'll see in a minute, I have a crock pot going with some chicken soup, and I took about half of the frozen peppers out of that bag and tossed them in there. So this will all replenish that. Just nice to have some on hand to throw in soup. I mean, I may leave some out raw in case my husband or daughter want to eat some, or if we want to chop some up raw into just little bits for my parrots to eat. Either way, but the majority will probably go in a freezer bag in the freezer to use in beef stew or in chicken soup or turkey soup or what have you. And then these mini cucumbers here, these are on sale right now. They are $4.99 for a 6-pack. I'm hesitating because I almost want to say that the price I saw online was less than that. I could be wrong. I think that actually might be correct. I'm going to have to go back and double check because I'm not. I am wrong. I am wrong. The $4.99 was for the peppers. And I'm just looking now underneath it. It was $2.99. That is the correct price. I knew that it wasn't $4.99 for these cucumbers. Anyway, there's $2.99 for a 6-pack. Limit of 2. I probably could have bought 2, but I decided just to go for 1 right now. My husband primarily uses these in his lunches, but my daughter also will munch on them too. But, I mean, my daughter will eat cucumbers even if you just get the long English ones. She's fine either way. She just loves cucumbers. So those were $2.99. Forgive me for my little hesitation there. I was just reading my receipt wrong. And it's funny because this is $2.99 for a 6-pack. And I think, I forget what I said when I was looking at it, but the one that was the 12-pack was considerably more. If I wanted to get 12, it would have been more economical. Would have made just more sense to buy 2 6-packs on sale than to buy a 12-pack at regular price. Anyway, continuing on. Bag of parsnips. I also use these in soups and stews. This is a 2-pound bag, and that is $6.99. So I will take I usually take the peeler and kind of, just like a carrot, right? You take the peel off the outside, dice it up, toss them in soup or in stew. So that's what I will use that for. And the green peppers will basically follow the same pattern as the red and the orange peppers. I'm going to chop those up, and some will be for eating and some will be frozen. Bananas back here are $1.98. And then a bag of red seedless grapes, they were $6.46. And then I wanted to get some stewing beef. I saw that it was on sale, but I thought that these were like the club size. They are not, and this is why I typically prefer shopping in store. I like to look at the different packages, look at the prices, and we even have this size on sale at my work too, at Sobeys. But we also have the club size at Sobeys. And when I finished my shift last night, I looked to see if they had any of the family packs left at Sobeys, but because it was late in the evening, they did not. All they had was this size, and this size was a little bit more per pound than the family size, so I left it alone, thinking that the package I ordered at Superstore, which I did, I ordered these at Superstore once I realized Sobeys was out of stock of what I wanted, and I thought that these were going to be a family pack. So anyway, this will be okay. I'm looking at these here, and I believe they are, it says 0.772 kilogram, and this one is 0.592 kilograms. So they are over a pound a tray, probably closer to, I didn't do the calculations, but off the top of my head, I'm guessing about 1.5 pounds per tray. So not bad. I'll probably keep one in the fridge. I might make a batch of stew on Friday, depending on how quickly we go through the soup I'm making. And the other one I'll freeze, or maybe I'll freeze them both for right now. I'm not sure. Bag of popcorn chicken for $10. Just a very quick thing to cook up so I can take some in my work lunches or what have you, or to make up some popcorn chicken and fries at home for supper. I bought these basa fillets a while back, and my daughter loved them. I cooked them for her one night with some rice. She loved them, so I decided to buy them again. As you can see, the price is $10 each. It's clearly marked on there. And then she also likes salmon. She likes her seafood, so I grabbed some salmon in this order. It was $9.99. And then these cart dog buns, they got a little bit squished. For some reason, whoever packed this order, they decided to put bananas and stuff on top of the buns. I'm sorry, I'm a grocery store cashier. Anything like bread is always on the top of the bag. So that was the only oopsie as far as the packing that I would have had any issue with. But they're not completely squished. They'll be okay. I like these for sandwiches. Never mind, you could use them for hot dogs or sausages or whatever. But I just like to make my sandwiches in these personally. They're just a nice bread. And then I also bought a no-name loaf of bread. These are $2.50. They used to be $1.97. I've mentioned that to you before in previous videos. They've gone up from $1.97 to $2.50. The cart buns are $3.59. That's also an increase. I believe they were $2.99 before. There's my soup cooking. Don't mind the messes on the outside of the crock pot. I guess I did not wipe that down well last time. And over here is some sandwich meat, $3.50 each, oven roasted chicken breast and cooked ham. Probably just going to put them both in the freezer right now because I have a little bit out already in the fridge. Those two will be used for my work lunches for the next week. Grabbed some vitamins. So there's vitamin C. I was completely out of that. That was $4.74. And then vitamin B12 was $7.59. I am out of shampoo. I've actually been rating my husband's shampoo, and he's not real happy about that, so decided I better replenish. I got 2 shampoos. Where am I here? They are $4.99, and 1 conditioner at $4.99. And then finally, some razors for my daughter and I. They were $2.61. So let me show you what I have for points here. I earned, and of course there's the service fee of $1 up there. I earned 300 points on the cucumbers and 900 points on the pizza pops. That is it, 1,200 points. After tax, I spent $167.11, but that includes the $1 service fee. So with the points I earned today, I'm at 468,160, which means I'm at $468 of PC Optimum points. And you can only redeem in increments of $10, as I've explained before. So technically, I'm at $460. I am expecting the 900 points to be credited for the Doritos, hopefully within the next 24 hours. That will put me over 469 points, just shy of $470 worth of points, just under the $470 mark. So that is where things sit right now. Right now, I'm at $468, and then I'll have another 900 points coming shortly. And that's it. I'm trying to save all these points up to start using at the end of November, start of December, because I save them all year to use in the Christmas season. So not too bad. I'm at $310 or $320 of Scene Plus points at Sobeys and almost $470 at Superstore. So pretty good. That's what I've worked all year for. Anyway, that is everything for this grocery haul. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've enjoyed the fact that my birds have been relatively quiet in the background because some people don't mind the sound and some people really don't like it. But right now they're eating treats, they're having snacks, and they're happy, and I've taken advantage of this relative quiet to get this done. And right on cue, there goes my conures. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you haven't already done so. And yeah, thank you for those who have subscribed and who comment and watch regularly. Thank you so much for that. And we will see you next time. Have a great week, everybody. It's Halloween here in 2 days. Maybe not all of you celebrate, but if you do, have a happy Halloween. I spent some time last night or the night before putting together about 120 or so treat bags because Halloween does fall on a Friday night this week. It's not a school night. And there's several schools in the neighborhood. So I'm expecting a decent turnout of kids. So I've had to get myself in gear and get those treat bags ready. So have a great week. Have a happy Halloween if you celebrate. And we'll see you in the next video, everyone. Have a great week and we'll see you soon.